We're going to describe how to hook up your Doorbell 2 Pro camera to your existing doorbell wires. But before we do, we need to go through a few basic things. The first thing is you got to remove the back off of the doorbell. So you pick up the doorbell, turn it over, and you'll see there's a back on it. Put your hand on the back, just the back, and take this hand, and we're going to push the doorbell itself forward by holding the back solid. And by doing that, it clicks and comes apart. Now this is the part that we'll be hooking the existing doorbell wires to when we get to that point. But what you should do is go ahead, install your batteries into the doorbell, and then go ahead and charge them up so that you can follow the instructions of setting up your doorbell close to your modem. Now this does not come with it, but this is a Android type cable connector, and as you can see, it's just into a USB transformer. And on the back of the phone, you notice the Android type connector here. So you plug that into that connector. Just make sure when you plug it in that you match up the connector itself so you don't damage the pins. Okay, here's the doorbell on the outside of the house, and we simply just take the screws out and remove the doorbell from the house itself. Once the screws are out, we just simply grab a hold of our doorbell and we just pull it out, and as you can see, there's your two wires hooked to your doorbell. Just simply undo the screws and take the doorbell away from those two wires, because we're going to use those to hook up to your doorbell camera. So you can see we've taken the wires off of the doorbell, so there's your two wires, and now you have your back plate that goes on the doorbell, and you simply then set your back plate over the wires and then go ahead and mount your back plate to the wall. Okay, so with our plate up here on the wall, you've got your two wires, and you set them up and hook them to the two screws that are set here on your back plate. It doesn't make any difference which way you hook them. It's AC, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Two wires now, and we hooked them up to these two terminals using a Phillips screwdriver. And then the next thing we want to do, of course, is put the doorbell onto that back plate. However, what you want to do is make sure that you've taken the batteries out. You do not want the batteries in here when you're running the AC power in lieu of battery power. So make sure those batteries are out. You just simply put the back on, then you take and you just mount that right onto the back plate and slide it down into place. And as you can see, there you are. You're AC powered now, and you don't have to worry about using batteries. And you're good to go because you've already set the phone up per the instructions during the time you had the batteries installed in the doorbell camera itself.